I wonder if we just spam F smash.
The problem is that Steve usually minecarts from such a height as to where it'd be pretty awkward to hit with F smash unless you were on a platform.
And that's why I was thinking about Pellet, because I don't know if like we just hit him with all three or something. Maybe.
I don't believe it does. I think Pellet is too weak of a move to get Steve out of it, especially if it's a powered minecart as well.
Oh, for sure.
But this is the kind of thing that Mega Man can really do, using things like Leaf Shield to tear down the walls, and when there are walls up, to just pester it with things like Crash
Leaf
Bomber
Shield.
and down air especially. Kind of a projectile in its own right.
Leaf Shield being able to snipe him out of the minecart, and see, that's the creative thinking I like to see from this Mega Man here.
Yeah, so now we're going to see Digital kind of, choosing to camp underneath the platforms to avoid getting hit by those down airs. Very smart, but, you're not always going to be able to have the luxury of a platform there, and those are the moments when Sandy's really going to come in with those dares and try to hit. Now we see the up tilt combos coming out into a forward air, 67%. Could lose your stock here if you get red in a bad way. 82, Sandy in a rough position. Good activation of the TNT with down air, actually.
Goofy.
I really liked it. I really liked that.
I forgot that it can activate the pressure plate. Sorry, I haven't played Minecraft since the Xbox 360, all right?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, wait, Diamond Online could be quite deadly for the Blue Bomber.
Sandy's going to start, being in that threat range of losing your stock, especially on the ledge here. Things like back air, going to start killing exponentially soon, like that.
There we go. Very nice way to just drop down with the anvil and just say, nah, your stock's mine. And just give him, and take him.
Here we go, the jab train coming out. That is a solid 50% on you, just
not
casually.
Not bad. It's like mid.
Here we go. Tries to challenge Micro with the back air. Unfortunately, the spacing was not quite right.
Steve having Metal Blade is a really scary idea.
That actually is terrifying. I bet Rockman's labbed out something you could do there.
Oh, for sure.
Spacing on the up tilt just a little bit off, but you
goodbye.
Jumped out of Anvil. I mean, Jake did it long ago, and now we see Digital doing it. You can't jump out of up air. Something about the Steves, they always fall for that, apparently.
I feel like always because they're just so wired to jump after Anvil.
That's true,
normally.
But their double jump is actually like one of the worst in the game,
right,
height-wise.
which is why they're like just willing to do it, because what are you really sacrificing?
That's fair.
Because, I don't know, I feel like, again, like jump back minecart, you see that a lot, like you just saw that. It's more just jump up and do it, but you get what my point, right?
I like how Sandy is like so willing to play in the air, like bouncing off of Rush.
I mean, Dog's gotta have some screen time at some point.
Absolutely, and now we see Sandy has clawed their way back into an even standing in this game. Tried to get a sort of up tilt, didn't quite work out though. And again, that back air challenge of minecart just a little bit poorly spaced to not be able to actually hit it, but able to back air the Elytra as to where Digital loses their second stock. Now, Sandy, the one who has taken the lead here after getting accustomed to fighting Steve. Everyone needs a warm-up period.
Right, exactly, especially for both very proficient players like Digital and Sandy. They're going to be needing to find some help with each other. But it does look like just being able to run at them with either Leaf Shield or X-Scissor, doing a great job of disrupting a lot of Digital shenanigans right now. Like, we even have stage control. But there goes the Anvil, just flattening that robot.
Here we go now, running in with the Leaf Shield. Steve throwing away the Metal Blade, trying to craft, has golden tools on deck. The frame data is going to be crazy, but Sandy still playing around. The combos are coming out with the blocks. Almost got hit by like a forward air spike there. Would have been disastrous. And now the game has been fully evened up. 0.1% separating these two competitors as Sandy tries to get back in and tries to get into an edge guard situation, which has really been their win condition so far in this game. Just edge guarding Digital whenever you get the chance. That forward air up smash not going to kill just yet, but another one probably would do it, especially if you get caught on one of the platforms.
Doing a great job of being able to bat into this with this block spike. Wow. Mega Man using a taste of his own medicine, finding that Flame Blade, being able to take game one. Very nice job from Sandy.
I wonder about the universe where Digital techs that, in the sense of, was Sandy ready to follow up with back air? Because even if you tech on that block, you are well situated, if you're Sandy, to follow up with back air and get the stock anyways. So part of me wonders if teching there would have even really mattered all that much, but at the very least, you would have had the opportunity for Sandy maybe to whiff that back air.
I'm going to bet my mortgage if Digital techs that, they do minecart, which meaning then we can either try to find something out of it. But I really don't know.
Someone in chat, take Lefevre up on that. You have everything to gain and really nothing to lose by taking that bet. Here we go. The up tilt's coming out. 43% on Sandy right now.
Okay,
Good
wait, we're finding
airs.
some of our own.
Here we go now, building some blocks to get away from Sandy's projectile bullet hell. The leaf shield's getting thrown out.
Ooh, the up smash out of shield. What an interesting option select. I really like it. Like, it gets rid of the blocks, and also it can catch him because he's kind of a. It's weird to call Steve a big body, but like, you get what I mean.
Yeah, he's very, like, hittable, especially in disadvantage. Yeah. Steve's disadvantage is actually not the best in the game, for sure. Even though Steve is very overtuned in many ways, his disadvantage is not typically one of them. Obviously, you minecart at a disadvantage. But when you are actively being comboed, there is a lot of opportunity to Steve to just sort of disintegrate, which is why characters like Cloud or Min Min do really well into him.
Very nice.
Speaking of disintegration, you're going to get hit by that F smash and lose your first stock.
Looking down that barrel, and that's more what I was thinking about. Like, you know he wants the minecart in that situation. Why not just hit the F smash button and see what happens? Oh, but that power rail being a little bit too fast for Mega Man here.
There was an opportunity there for a Magma Block up smash. It just wasn't, unfortunately, taken. That's not going to kill just yet. Almost did. But if that had been on PS2, it would have killed because PS2's lower blast zone is a little bit higher, meaning that spikes take stocks earlier. But since we're here on small battlefield with a, sinkier floor, Sandy was able to live that and make it back on the stage and is still holding on to their first stock.
Doing a very good job at it, too. Again, being able to get that rush reset and just playing a little bit more. That dash attack is going to be able to go into that X scissor.
Oof. Good crash bomber. Now Digital going to have to shield. Sandy on the hunt right now for some sort of kill in this moment, as you should be, because like Digital has almost no iron right now. This should be the moment where you go in. You can't get hit by Anvil, can't get hit by Minecart, or at least now that they're back. Wow, the up smash startup getting beaten out by up tilt. I mean, it was just faster. At the end of the day, it was just the faster option that won that day.
I did not know you could do that. I did not know up tilt was like that fast.
I mean, it's big, but when it hits, it hits.
For sure.
Good dash attack off the blocks, putting off stage.
X-Scissor does interrupt. Wait a minute. Go down the hell.
Not dead quite yet. I love the drift from Digital as to avoid getting hit by the second one. That was really smart. You very well could have just lost the game right then and there if you didn't actively avoid that like Digital did. Now the Crash Bomber Metal Blade. I mean, that was checkmate. Truthfully, what could you have done there? The Crash Bomber, your shield was already small, and you're getting hit with Crash Bomber, and he's coming down with down air, which is so safe on shield, especially from the height that Sandy did it at, as to where that down air hits your shield, the Crash Bomber's hitting your shield, the Metal Blade is right next to you, just being threatening, and the up tilt just pokes. I mean, no matter what you do, I really think that was just checkmate, especially for a character like Steve with the worst shield in the game statistically.
Wait, what? No, don't go past that. Wait, how?
No, it is because Steve.
No, I like explain that.
Once you hit Steve's shield, they can't tilt it anymore. Only character in the game where that's the case.
Really?
So yeah, Steve actually has the worst shield in the game, technically. It's interesting. Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. Oh, see, now we got Enderman. We got to look into those eyes to try to find something to stop Sandy right now.
Every time someone switches alts, I remember that one tweet where it's like when my opponent goes down 0-2 and then changes alts, and it's that clip from Whiplash where it's like, and now you've got it, huh? That was the thing. I always think of it every time now. It's ruined it for me personally.
Yeah, I definitely get the vision for sure. One of the big things that I'm noticing throughout this set is Sandy is so freaking hard to pin down. This Steve is having to work overtime to be able to just find ways to hit this Steve. Or sorry, to hit this Mega Man. We're doing such a great job of using the aerial advantage and momentum like you were talking about earlier to our advantage, where we are just being so threatening of being able to get in and get out.
The thing about it, what makes Steve so good is the fact that they have the tools to force you to approach in a certain way. They build walls and they force you to either break them or jump in, at which point they have some of the best anti-air game and up-tilt combo game of the entire cast. Mega Man, though, doesn't really have to play that game anywhere near as much because Mega Man actually has the tools to play so much in the air as to where they can kind of nullify that game even just a little bit. And that will force Steve players to have to, get out of their autopilot and think a little bit differently. And when you get your player, your opponent, that when they have to think about it, they're not as reactionary. And then that's halfway to winning right there.
Right, doing a great job being able to take that first stock in this game number 3. Digital looking a little bit dire here as we are not finding a way to pin down this Mega Man. But with that anvil, going to be able to find something. Nice Crash Bomber going to be put on him. Nice. I love the reverse approach with the up tilt. Really nice.
Okay, here we go. Descending with the dare again. Digital has done a great job at racking up this percent. The only question is, can you find that closer as to where now you can actually go up with a stock and not just percent? Because if you can't, Sandy has already proven that they're capable of bringing back percent deficits. So what you really need above everything else is a stock lead. What I really like about that situation there was using the down tilt to detonate Crash Bomber. Crash Bomber actually exploded because of the down tilt Flint and Steel.
Going to be interesting to see what we can do, especially when we have that stock lead like you were just talking about. But maybe with the up air, are we jumping? Ooh, did you? I feel like you did, you goofy goober.
Here we go. Diamond now on deck. Sandy at a big threat of like starting to get into kill percent here at only 60%. Like, it's going to start killing, I promise.
Okay, going to be able to find that F smash, closing out that second stock. With Diamonds online, though, going to be hard for Digital to find a way to get this opening, but we'll have to see.
Here we go now. Good parries on the down air and the pellets, finding the leaf shield.
Nice
in.
X scissor. There you go. The down down air not going to be able to be found. That F smash going to be able to get punished. We are on platform now.
Good F smash.
Yeah, great sharking as well with that up air.
I like how Minecart was just so threatening to like, oh, I'm going to scoop you. Here we go. Now descending with Metal Blade, looking for a back air here. Up air doesn't get you quite out of Minecart, but these F smashes just detonating Minecart right now. Looking for back air, looking for an edge guard. That's been Sandy's win condition the entire set. Digital really needs to find a way to stay on stage, because if you get sent off once or twice, Sandy's going to find that back air. Just, yeah, get over it. Use Rush to get over that entire wall with Bennett Body.
Just don't even, oh, bollocks.
Wow. I mean, hey, that Diamond F Smash is so insanely powerful.
With Rage
Digital
as well.
was just able to know that that back air wasn't exactly safe, and with the frame data and the power of Steve Diamond F Smash, Digital is going to put themselves on the board with a game against Sandy.
And they say, go to Town and City. I want to kill you at 40, says the Steve.
I've also noticed some people in chat have pointed some stuff out as to saying, like, apparently Digital has a Snake, which I don't think Snake is very good against Mega Man. I think Mega Man is really good in that matchup.
No, also, we blow up grenade.
We talked about how Steve was a lot hittable in Disadvantage, and someone pointed out why that was that we couldn't quite pinpoint. It's because Steve doesn't hurt box shift at all. Compared to characters like Zero Suit Samus or Joker especially, where their body just flails to and fro every time they're hit, Steve is always kind of in the same shape. Relatively. No matter if you're getting hit or jumping or rolling, no matter what, Steve is always kind of in the same sort of shape, which really makes them hittable, even in Disadvantage.
Big block man be hit. I get the vision. Gonna be able to find that minecart. Ooh, going with up tilt and not either like forward air or something.
Tries to get another spike here. I mean, I also think, you said the stage was really good for Steve. I also think this is conducive towards Sandy's win condition. Again, like those small sides are going to mean that back airs are going to start killing way earlier. And
or even F smash.
Yeah, even F smash. And while like that's good for Steve, don't get me wrong, it's also like going to help out Sandy, who has been finding stocks the entire set through edge guards.
I'm trying to forget how low, or not trying to forget, I forget how low Town and City is, like we're for either getting spiked by either down air or
it'll kill earlier. It's a pretty high floor.
Okay.
As far as like compared to small battlefield.
Sure. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Wait a minute! Oh, but with the anvil, gonna be able to find our way down there, just like an elevator. Just say going down, gonna be able to find that first Mega Man stock.
What a reversal! I mean, truthfully, Sandy saw an opportunity to hit a second up air, but Digital, with the power and some of the armor that you get from Anvil, was just able to descend and take Sandy's stock, maybe even earlier than they would have otherwise.
Okay. Again, we are doing such a great job of just predicting when Minecart's going to be able to come out. Oh, drop down back here, not going to be the right timing, but that F smash, just hold it there, son.
Goodness.
That's all you need.
I mean, I have to question the wisdom of rolling into that, especially because Digital's done it twice now. It probably is a panic option. You're facing the 20th seed of the tournament. There are going to be moments where you panic, but
you're also down in the set.
It's happened twice now, and if you want to maybe get not down in the set, you've got to, sharpen up those instincts.
For sure, but that's such a hard ask to do, especially in the middle of a set. But we are going to be seeing if we can try to fulfill that idea right now. There's that anvil.
Sandy's still in the lead here by a considerable amount. Digital's going to start losing stocks here at the ledge through back air or, you know, another forward smash. Oh gosh, in the blocks, you were kind of in Steve's house there. You were a bad house guest there, destroying everything and trying to go in and break down the walls.
You can just build more. It's fine.
But now, Sandy also kind of now in a position where you're going to start dying to diamond back air at ledge. And even though Sandy does find that stock, Digital could easily make it up through one nice back air if you find it. That's the question. Sandy has played so evasive with Rush and all the other options. It is just a question of can you find that hit? Because Steve doesn't lack those hits, but it's, you know, Sandy playing so sneaky and evasively that are really preventing you from finding them.
Digital a little on the back foot in terms of resources the past couple seconds here, where we do have a little bit of iron in reserve, but for a while there, it just wasn't able to happen. So I really like that Sandy's kind of being so threatening from a distance that Digital feels a little bit scared to mine. But we do finally find those resources, find that kill option, being able to close out these stocks pretty evenly here. With Diamond on deck right now, it's going to be hard for both of these players to find this kill option, to find these combo starters.
Okay, now we're throwing out a lot of projectiles, slowing the tempo of the game down a little bit. Sandy really looking to build up a lead so that you can start finding edge guards.
There's that lead.
Oof, Digital, I feel like, was DIing like out on that forward air because that should not have sent that far at such a low percent. But either way, now we have an opportunity for Digital to start racking on a ton of percent here.
Especially with that diamond. Good really rebound on that.
Like the minecart hitting the block and then coming back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
That was really, really smart. That's the kind of thing where it's like, I wish I saw that more often. I wish more Steves did like Mickey Mouse Trojan horse setups instead of just hiding behind walls.
Kind of like Pac-Man,
yeah. It's the kind of thing I love to see, honestly. That makes the character worth watching sometimes.
Okay, being able to put yourself a little bit more hit stun because you're hitting your own minecart. I like that. To make your aerial a little bit more active. Super cool.
Yeah, I like Digital not jumping out of the minecart, knowing that Sandy is literally just looking for back air. Starting to get a little stale here. Diamond back air, very volatile. You could lose your stock right here if you're not careful.
Okay.
Sandy barely avoiding that F smash.
We have stage control for this Sandy right now. Mega Man trying to find a way to just make sure Steve doesn't get as many resources as possible. Going underneath that back air, going to be able to find one of his own. This F smash, don't do it.
Oh my gosh! I was about to say,
wait,
that killed.
Oh my
god!
You were
DIing a little bit awkwardly there, and
it's
Digital
down and in there, right?
I think so. I think honestly, Sandy kind of just got caught off guard.
Yeah,
by it.
Sure.
And with that, we're brought to a Game 5 scenario.
I mean, it was so fast. I don't blame them from just being able to react, like not being able to find a way to react. Like you just go, oh, there's an anvil. Yeah, it's totally fair. One of the things I want to see is we are seeing Digital being able to control the pace of the match a little bit more, where we are kind of forcing them to find ways to either mine or whatnot. And I want to see if there's a way where Sandy can get back in control like we have the past couple games. Going into this Game 5 here on small battlefield, you see Mega Man trying to find ways to start off with being able to deny Digital of resources. Doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, 41% on Digital right now. What do you think about this stage choice? Because I honestly think we're going to a more neutral stage. I honestly think that might be Sandy being like, okay, no early kills. I just want to fight you player to player because I know I can beat you as a player.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, we saw Sandy winning on small battlefield, right? And then we went to like Town and City and all this other stuff of where we're like, okay, well, now we're getting a bit more wish-washy. I think we just want a clean palette, right? I want mac and cheese and chicken tenders. I want nothing fancy.
Exactly. But now the percents are starting to climb up, even on both sides, though. But now it's Sandy who's on the ledge. Digital, who's been doing a really good job, actually, compared to the first two games, of staying in center. Rather than going to the ledge where Sandy wants to find those back airs and those F smashes, being in center stage, but finally finding that back air out of the minecart. Sandy's been going for that all set. And here in the Game 5, when it matters most, they're starting to land true.
Very nice of being able to find ways and not giving up on these options that we know are powerful. We just have to, you know, make sure Digital is a little less wary about it because we're like, he hasn't done it yet. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But then when we do eventually find it, it's going to be quite fruitful for Sandy. Being able to drift back just slightly enough to where that aerial doesn't miss. Oh!
Wow, I mean, that was so smart. I honestly think if Sandy had mashed out like really fast, that probably wouldn't have happened. But Digital saw that Sandy was staying in and then knew that you could just hold F smash there and Sandy would be forced into it eventually.
It's just a checkmate, right?
Uh-huh. But that's a good recognition from Sandy of seeing that situation and knowing you can get that checkmate out of it.
Okay, now we get this very deadly combo with that downer. Send him to hell with Mega Man being able to find that fist of justice with the last stock of Digital on the line right now, potentially of the tournament. Sandy looking to find ways to rack on this percent.
Digital won game 4 with a reversal, and now Sandy, in turn, reversaling here in this game 5. When it matters the most, those are when you pull out your most devious tricks in order to get that game 5 and get yourself further in bracket and avoid the upset. And that's what we see Sandy doing. Now continuing the string of advantage to try and build up this lead to an insurmountable deficit. Here we go.
I love how we're using Leaf Shield to just pop Digital out of the minecart. Just saying, no, don't not go for a ride today. We need to keep you on the ground. We need to put you in your place. Very nice job. Again, ooh, that up smash gonna be able to scoop him out of the downer end lag.
Not gonna quite kill just yet though, but another one probably will, especially if we get it on a platform. Shield's looking a little bit low. We could see something like what we saw at the end of game 2, where you get, checkmated into an up tilt.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. All right, well, at least Digital has found out how to counter Mega Man F-smashing at ledge. You know what? That is one way Digital has improved as a player.
No. We were
spoke too soon.
We were just talking about how you learned.
I spoke
you
too
didn't
soon.
learn.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
You used ChatGPT on the test.
No.
Oh, devastating as Sandy is able to beautifully just be able to catch this same bad habit again and again and again, being able to close out the set. That's poetic. Very nice job from Sandy and Digital, but Digital sadly going to be taken out of the game.